Yes, people, hope you lot are good. It's Marcus, this is Invest and Prosper. We're talking about ways that you can invest, whether they're small investments, big investments, medium investments, anything that you can invest in to help you get to the top of the ladder. But today we're talking about a certain kind of investment that I did a few months ago, and it was a book investment. I invested in a book, and the book was predominantly about sales because I wanted to learn more about sales. I was having trouble with business, having trouble with other things, and I thought, how can I make this, how can I get better at this? So I thought, why not start small? I might learn something in this book. I didn't even go out to necessarily purchase this book, I just seen it and I thought, wait, I recognise that name. And I was looking at it for ages and I was thinking, who is this person now? I recognise him so much. And it was just going on and on and on in my head, and I just couldn't put my finger on it, but it was like the book was screaming at me, telling me to get it. I swear to God, and I was looking at it and I was thinking, I need to get that, I need to get there. And then I just ended up buying the book with the two other books that I was going to buy anyway that day. But right, let me just show you. This is the book right here. You'll have seen it on the thumbnail anyway, but Jordan Belfort. Jordan Belfort is the guy who plays... Jordan Belfort is who Leonardo DiCaprio plays in The Wolf on Wall Street. So at the end of the film, at the end of The Wolf on Wall Street, you see a bit of Jordan Belfort in the video, in the movie should I say, and he comes out to introduce Leonardo DiCaprio who's playing him, and then that's where he says, sell me this pen. But I won't talk about that. If you want to know about his life story and how he got started and stuff like that, watch the film, read the book. I'll put a book in the link in the description. I haven't read the book on it myself, I just watched the film and got an understanding from there. But the thing, what I always thought to myself was, what can I learn from this person? I always thought, obviously, he's good at doing something. You know what I'm saying? That if a person's telling you to do this and you do it, he's got you sold. You know what I mean? He's sold you. If a person's good at getting women all the time, he's good at selling women himself. You know what I mean? So you always want to think, don't matter if you like the person, like what they did. Obviously, he did like some, like, they said it was scamming things and whatever. I don't really care about that. Obviously the people that it affected, they care about it, but I'm thinking to myself, what can I learn? What's the good thing that I can learn from this? Obviously I can learn not to scam, but I can learn what techniques was he using, how was he able to influence people, how was he able to use human psychology to get people to buy. That's the takeaway that we want to take from this. So the book, I'm going to talk about an overview of the book. The book talks about the straight line system. Right, and the straight line system is you want to get from A to B as quick as possible. So you want to take the customer through this sales system where you talk to him, you get report, and you do this and you do that and you do this, you do that, and eventually you get him to buy. That's the short end of it. There's many other things in there, but you can read the book for that. But that's the straight line system. You're getting from A to B as fast as you can. You're getting them in, you're talking to them, telling them certain things, seeing how they react, get them to buy. That's it. Rinse, recycle, repeat, do it again with somebody else. Not everybody's going to buy from you, it's just one of them things. Not every girl likes black guys, it's one of them things. We just have to agree with it, accept it, move on to somebody who does. It's one of them things, you learn to accept it, you learn to agree with it, and you learn to move on and keep going. Your opportunity is out there somewhere. It doesn't matter who you are, I'm guaranteed your opportunity is out there somewhere. So let me talk about a bit more about the book, because I didn't really give a good definition right there. So if you want to know about sales and if you want to learn sales, I recommend this book, because it talks about how you should sell. Not just going in there and talking and talking and talking and trying to give everybody everything that they need to know. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. There's a certain art to doing it, and that is not the best way to do it. If you want to learn to sell properly, if you want to be able to get high commissions if you're working for a sales firm, then I recommend you follow the principles in the book. And also, I've checked out other sales people online. I haven't got that many sales books. I'm definitely going to look into buying some more, but I've seen other people who are top salesmen online, and they also follow the same principles. So it's clear that he's learned some things from other people and he's incorporated his own things as well. And then obviously he's learned and got better at it. So who the book is for, I'd say that the book is for, like, well, that's what I said, people who are working in sales, people who are starting a business, entrepreneurs, no matter what age you are, men, women, because even when we're looking for someone who we want to be together with or have fun with or whatever, we still have to be able to sell them on why they should choose us out of the millions of people in the world. You know what I mean? They're going to choose us one out of so many million people in the world. We have to be able to sell them. Right, so now what I want to do is I want to talk about 3 main benefits that I got from the book, what you can use as well to help you in business, to help you in life, to help you in just anything really. It can really, really help you, you know what I mean? So, one of the main benefits that I got from this book, and one of the reasons why I recommend it, is it taught me to always qualify. You always want to qualify, like for instance, who you're talking to. So your friends, for one. You want to qualify your friends. You don't want to go out with your friends if they're not on the same mission as you. You know what I mean? Every now and then you can go out with them, but you want to be predominantly surrounded by people who are on the same mission as you. If you're not, you're just going to find yourself getting drawn back a lot. And you're going to end up in situations where you shouldn't be, and you're going to be thinking, why am I here? And you know what I mean? Just because you don't want to get left out, always screen and qualify why you hang around with this person. Because if you're hanging around with someone who's better than you, you know why you're hanging around with them. Say for instance, I'll give you an example. I'm in the e-commerce space, so if I'm hanging around with someone who's 20 years ahead of me in e-commerce, it makes perfect sense to me, because they can show me a lot of things, whereas I won't have to go through trial and error, and I can probably help them. You know what I mean? So I'm probably helping them. They might be learning things from me. I'm probably learning things from them, and we're both benefiting each other. I'll give you another example, right? Women. You always want to screen women, and this is one thing that I don't think men do enough, because we don't test enough, and we don't test enough, and we don't screen enough. We can just see a girl and she may look the baddest. You get what I'm saying? The baddest, fam. Yeah, she can look absolutely bad, but we don't know anything about her life. She might leave her room a mess constantly. Car might be a mess. She might treat people rubbish. If you hear how she talks to her parents, you might think, oh, obviously when she gets comfortable with me, she's going to start talking to me like that. Does she try and use me? You know what I mean? We've got to test, we've got to see little things to screen, because I'm telling you now, there's too many people out here who end up in certain situations that they shouldn't have been in. And the simple reason why they ended up in them situations is because they didn't qualify and they didn't screen. They wasn't conscious, and you got to be very conscious in this world. You know what I mean? You got to be very, very, very extremely conscious, bro. You get what I'm saying? So always qualify. Always qualify. Qualify the women you date. Qualify the people you meet who you class as your friends. Qualify your business partners, because your business partners need qualifying. You could have a great friendship, yeah, but just because your friendship's great with that person does not mean that that person is going to be great for business. They might let you down loads of times, countless times. They might be not as driven as you, they might not see the importance as much as you. They might not be as disciplined as you. So you always want to screen. That's one of the biggest takeaways that I've took away from this book. Always qualify the person. Always qualify. Qualify the person, qualify the business. If it's a shop, qualify the shop. Always look to qualify. So that's one main one. Another big takeaway that I took away from the book, one benefit that I've got, is script. A good script can do you a lot of justice. A good script can really do you a lot of justice. If you've got a great script, put it like this: if you've got a script here, you know exactly what questions to ask this person. So if they come back at you with a certain thing, you can put that in the script so that you're ready for that question, just in case it pops up. Some people may not say that, but some people might. Now you're more ready with that. Now you can tweak to yourself to have a response, rather than sitting there blank and going like, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say this as well, bro, but I need to say this. You can use the same thing with women, and I should have put women in the other thing before, but I'm gonna say men and women can use the bang same tool. They can use scripts to get forward. You know what I mean? If you're talking to a person, I think you should script me. I know it's not you know what, you can practice to yourself till it becomes natural, which is a good thing. Obviously you don't want to be there like and blah 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 and blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. You just want to script it, get it in your mind, know exactly what questions you're going to ask, know how to qualify the person, and then keep moving forward, keep moving forward. Because when you script, you stay on your script. When you're not, you can go off to this person, this place, you can go off to that place. And one thing the book also says, here's another benefit, you don't want to take the person to Pluto. You don't want to go all the way off. You want this person to stay on the straight line and go from here to there, buy in, cash in, and you don't want them to regret the decision, like, oh, you know what, I think I made that decision, I'm going to jump back. You want to make sure everything is 110% A-OK, so that things can keep moving forward and keep moving forward, because that's what you want to do. You don't want to set back, you don't want to go back, you don't want none of that. So definitely, what I'm saying is always script. In business, script. If you've got a pitch, you want to know exactly what you're saying. You don't want to go up there and try and ramble it straight off your head. Obviously, if you do this stuff all the time, the better you'll get. I'll tell you straight, I've done it a few times. I'm probably even doing it now, to be honest. But I've done the videos previously, and I've got into the drill of knowing. And obviously, when I go out as well, I also have to do this. So I've got into the drill of just flowing and just flowing naturally. But I know exactly what I'm talking about. I put notes down on my thing just to keep me on a certain topic, and I know, so that I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So script, there's no harm in it. It may take a little bit of time out of your day, but hey, at least you're more on the ball. And then the last one that I've got is talk about benefits, not the features. So as if you can tell, I talk about benefits that I've learned from the book. Every time I've done a video, I talk about the benefits that I've learned, you know what I mean? So that you can listen and then take in what I'm saying and then think to yourself, alright, so he's used that, maybe that can work for me. You know what I mean? That's the reason why I always talk about the benefits. I can talk about the feature of the book, and in fact, let me not do a book. I am a feature of a car. So you could say it's got a certain type of paint that stops the car from rusting. That's just the, you know what I mean? It's got a certain type of paint that looks really good, or something like that. Or yeah, a certain type of paint that stops the car from. In fact, that's not a good example. It's got double glazed windows, but then you'd want to talk about the benefits of a double glazed window. So it's more insulated. It keeps things a bit more insulated. You know what I mean? And them kind of things there. So you always want to talk about the benefit. Don't just talk about what you're going to get, because the person is just going to be like, alright then, cool, get that. But talk about the benefit. Alright, this car's a sports car. Right? Sports car. You're gonna get loads of heads turning when you drive past. The women are gonna go crazy for you and blah blah blah. You wanna always talk about the benefits that it can have on that person. You know what I mean? Because that's the things that are gonna get them sold, and that's gonna get them more inclined to buy. You know what I mean? So always look to talk about the benefits. But yo, those are the 3 benefits. I'm Marcus. This is Invest and Prosper. This is the book by Jordan Belfort, Way of the Wolf. I'll put a link in the description if anybody wants to buy the book. And yeah, like, subscribe, comment, share, and that's it, yo. Boom, bang, we're out.